Hey, what's going on, guys? I just thought I'd give you guys an update on how my day one league start for Last of the Druid has been going, as I've done something a bit interesting. I'm playing a werewolf build, but I am playing it on Chronomancer, and so far the werewolf skills as a whole have been a lot of fun. Initially, while leveling, they were feeling pretty good, and I was using the skills from the rest of the Druid kit as like a supplementary thing. A lot of that duration stuff is really useful. But then as we moved on, I started moving more into just using werewolf skills, and quickly noticed, I guess the one main problem it has is even if you've got really powerful freezes from Lunar Assault, you still have the issue of needing to set that up. And if there's enemies outside of your range of Lunar Assault, they could just kind of hit you while you're killing the other things because you freeze then kill. However, this was made a lot better when eventually you get Lunar Blessing, as the moonbeams get pretty crazy. And they can start absolutely blanketing the screen. Overall, the league has been pretty good. The mechanic has been pretty fun, sorting out your temple and doing all the rooms and such. And honestly, for a day one, it's been pretty fucking good.
Lunar Blessing should come in handy.
Now, bring it over here. So I've only got the remaining interlude left to do. This is what my skill tree looks like right now. I've got a weapon swap for some curse and exposure stuff, as well as spell AoE, mainly for my human form. And then in Wolf, I have like attack speed and all of the freeze rate and damage stuff, making it pretty much as strong as it possibly can be at the moment. I'll do a lot of optimization, probably pathing. You can see it's a bit of a mess pathing. I want to come down here, get this skill effect duration and stuff. I don't know, that's the big question first. Why Chronomancer? Honestly, this. With Pounce and Cross Slash, it's kind of nice, but the really, really big thing is this for Lunar Blessing. Not only does it make so sometimes you'll just have Lunar Blessing up to recast when it ends, instead of waiting currently 6.37 seconds, which is just because I got cooldown speed on here and on Lunar Blessing, and obviously from here. It also makes so the Lunar Beams that Lunar Blessing triggers can not go on cooldown sometimes, which I haven't done like super thorough testing, but I quickly like hit one thing, saw like 4 beams come down, and then I hit multiple things all at once and saw a fuckload of beams come down when it's supposed to have a cooldown. So yeah, it's obviously not consistent. 33% is not a super high chance, but you will notice that you sometimes just get a lot of beams really quick, and in more than single target in particular. In single target, obviously, you're only hitting one thing at a time. You can only proc it as quick as your attack, regardless of cooldown being bypassed. But that's where Shred is quite nice. The overall playstyle of the Werewolf is a lot of fun, where you kind of set it up and shatter a lot. I expect very hard into freeze stuff, as you just saw on the tree. Sorry, I'll remove this. I expect a lot into freeze stuff you saw on the tree, and it has been very, very good. The big thing for it is really pouncing in with Freezing Mark. I end up getting the Freezing Mark extra cold damage, which is obviously beautiful. And then I have Lunar Assault set up entirely for freeze with Ice Bite, so I gain extra cold damage again. Once they're frozen, hitting them with your basic Shred, because that is very core to the Werewolf kit, will spawn the Ice Shards, which then you can cross-slash into everything. And you can kind of do some funny stuff with this. You can like send them across at different enemies that are further away, like that. But yeah, and then Lunar Blessing just makes you shit out beams everywhere, which is a whole lot of fun. Now, during leveling, yeah, there was a bit of points where it didn't really feel quite right, just like waiting for the kit to fill out. I think the big turning point was not only Lunar Blessing being crazy good, it was really getting enough slots for this to feel good with Lunar Assault, and I stopped using the Howl skill. This one here. Because while it's really good, it primes enemies for freeze and adds some cold damage, does some stuff. It's just another button you have to press once you're done using the wolves from Pounce, you just socket Freezing Mark in there. That gives you your auto prime when they're auto freeze when they're primed, more frost build up, and then extra damage is cold. And then you can put on like Mark of Siphoning for life and mana leech. I got Eternal Mark so it stays on them after the initial freeze, keeping me through the leech. Obviously very good. Yeah. There's a whole lot to this. You can kind of get some idea about what I'm using at the moment. Crescendo 2 I found to be quite nice. Lunar Assault, freeze build up, freeze duration, Ice Bite, now Rage 3, the extra attack speed, and the Lunar Blessing uses Rage to up its duration. Those I just explained. Elemental Weakness, yes. Now I have like my human form buff stuff. Basically, Elemental Weakness with Focus Curse Hexbloom. The Hexbloom is just kind of nice if I want to use it a bit clear. I just got the Shock Conduction 2, which is crazy strong for Thunderstorm. Guarantees shocks on drenched targets as well as spreading, so that's really nice. This is just in here because I just had it spare. Yep. So the drenching helps with freeze build up, and yeah, it gives me guaranteed shocks now. Frost Bomb for exposure. This is doing a lot of exposure, and I've got my kind of tree set up in that way. Like here, you got the exposure stuff here, and some curse stuff there, and here for the human form. So it's very good. And Cross Slash, I just got AoE on at the moment. It's reasonably strong. I just haven't really decided to put there. Using Overwhelming Presence to make so freeze easier, and Herald of Ice for obvious AoE. I also have this one, Ice Fragments support, or Frozen Swan's Ice Fragments. Does 10% of their health as cold damage, 3 projectiles if they die. So if Herald of Ice gets any kills, it'll spawn extra Ice Fragments that help clear even further. Particularly when I'm like cross-slashing through a pack of dudes and more Ice Fragments drop. Very, very strong. I need to put some extra stuff in there. I also need to level that. I just don't have the dexterity at the moment. But yeah, that's the build. I'm focusing a bunch on recoup stuff as well, my defensives. This is because I will get the recoup node on Chronomancer, and I eventually want to get Inevitable Agony. So basically, this will help my survivability, and this will be my boss damage. I am using this slow. It's just very nice. Just helps stay alive quite well. That's kind of the summary of the build. There isn't too much else. I got a bit of recoup here. I thought I may as well, seeing as I'm getting this. It's recoup slightly more than I take to my mana. I will end up getting heavy buffer and hopefully using the... There's the chest armor that makes so your life recoup also applies to energy shield recoup, as well as it gives an extra 20%. So that'll be really, really strong. Because currently my energy shield doesn't really come back. But yeah, I've played a whole lot. 17 hours. Taking way too long to get through the campaign. Spends ages in those temples. It's crazy. But yeah, I will call it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have been enjoying your league starts. Let me know what you've been doing. It's been great. I will see you guys in the next one, and make sure to come check me out on Twitch. I'll be streaming once I wake up, because I'm about to go to bed. So, see you guys in the next one.